We're live.
Okay, we better go before somebody has to poop, because it's going to happen.
Hey, everyone. We might have the stomach flu. We don't know.
Just nonstop. And the regular flu and the TB.
My notebook said, I'm talking about the TB today. Let that go, literally.
We've been letting it go.
She's been letting it go, the girl on my notebook. Okay, anyway, welcome to On the Hunt.
Hey, everybody.
That's Amy.
Yeah, I'm Amy. No, it's been a week.
And I'm Whitney.
People.
It's Amy and Whitney. You're pals.
We were supposed to get together and record a week ago. Good thing we had one in the spank bank because...
Didn't work out.
No, I got
That's
sick
okay.
and then children got sick.
Yeah.
And then Whitney
I got
sick.
on.
And
it's been
now
great.
it's back around to me, but I think I can handle it. Probably shouldn't be drinking
We're just
coffee.
pooping our pants, but we'll make it.
It's fine.
Yeah, great. What's new with you? You know, anything going on?
I mean, I've just been sick. I've been so sick. I just want to feel good again.
Yes. Reading anything? You finished Demi Moore's?
I did finish up Demi Moore's book, and I started listening to Killing Marilyn, the podcast. It's by the same people that did Killing JonBenet.
Oh, I need to check that out.
And they also are the same people, I think, that produced the Epstein one that I listened
cool.
to. So, really good. I don't know. I love a good conspiracy theory.
Heck yeah.
So
Well, we all know what happened to Marilyn.
Yeah, for sure. Come on, Kennedy family.
Yeah, what's your secrets?
We're on to
Chapaquita. I don't
God,
even
I
know.
hope
That's
that
her
doesn't-
thing.
Now, poor Meghan Markle. She's next.
Oh my God, I know.
She's going to die a Maryland death. Sorry. That's the terrible thing to say. I just feel like something really
I don't know. It's weird.
conspiracy
Like, I
theory
pulled up,
related is going to happen to the poor woman. I'm worried about her.
I know. I pulled up Yahoo this morning just to check out what's going on.
And every
Everything
story
was about
is
her.
them.
I'm like, really? What
Yeah.
else do we need to say?
No. I mean, there
Let
was
it
a
go.
plane shot down by a missile.
Oh, didn't even know about that. See?
Oh, you didn't know Iran shot down a passenger plane?
No, because I'm just looking at Meghan Markle.
And lied about it for days. And everyone's like, dude, there's a video of a missile hit. And it's not
Whose
funny.
plane? Whose passenger plane? No,
It's
it's not funny.
It
You're right.
had Canadians and Iranians and I believe Ukrainians.
Oh, my God.
It was like a passive.
Why?
Because they're idiots. Because they're trigger happy. And they're like,
They shot down their own plane? Like their own passenger plane?
I mean, it was a plane taking off from there, but it was heading to Canada.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah, no shot. And then the other day, there were at LAX, a plane took off and had to turn back around. And they're like, I guess before you can land a plane that's full of gasoline, you have to drop some of the fuel. You didn't see this either?
No, I'm only looking at Meghan Markle
a bunch
news.
of elementary school children got covered in jet fuel.
Oh my God!
In Los Angeles.
It's not
said no. It's
funny. What
terrible.
happened? Are they okay?
They're okay. There's a lot of them got irritated skin and.
Can you imagine? Were they just on the playground?
Yeah, just on the playground and jet fuel all over. Thank you.
Oh my God! What is happening?
I don't know.
But we're all so obsessed with Meghan Markle not wanting to be a princess. Who effing cares? Literally, who cares?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
the
her
monarch
life.
doesn't even do anything.
No.
They
Queen
do.
Elizabeth is 187 years old.
She's actually a vampire.
Yes. No, her husband is Prince Philip. Do you see him? He's Nosferatu. Literally a modern day Nosferatu.
Like, they just don't
saying.
even do anything. It doesn't even make sense. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, and
literally,
then
who
I
cares?
watched a snippet. I didn't watch the Democratic debate last night, but I watched a snippet of it on probably Yahoo News. And Elizabeth Warren refused to shake Bernie Sanders' hand, and the mic caught her going, "You just called me a liar on national television." And he's like, "I'm not getting into this with you right now." And I was like, "This is great."
Well, let's be real, people.
let's
real.
let's have somebody else show their butts besides the commander in chief for about 2
Yes,
seconds.
please.
Thank you. So,
Oh my God.
Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with any of
Well,
this. You're like,
I'll
what's
share
new?
something. I got a book from the library that I'm about to start reading. It's next on my list because I'm finishing up Sloane Crowley.
Is it Crowley?
Something like that.
I haven't read
but
any
it's
of
a
her
book
for
of,
while.
it's called Lore, and it's like stories from the podcast.
Oh.
Maybe. I've never actually listened to that
Is
podcast.
the stories from the podcast or is the podcast from the stories?
These are all questions I don't know I don't know, but it looks great. Rory keeps calling it the Halloween book because it looks creepy.
It's not even just a podcast. There's
It's a show on Amazon,
show,
yeah. I've never watched that either, but I feel like I'd love it.
It's pretty good. I don't know. It's not your typical.
Okay.
It's got a lot of
animation.
Yeah,
I don't,
animation.
And see, I'm not into that really.
So that's kind of, but what I did was I just turned it on and listened.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch.
Yeah. The book is like short stories, I feel like. So anyway, it looks interesting. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll keep you posted.
For sure. I need something new.
I don't know. I got a couple other books in there too. So anyway, great.
Story for next week, because I'm already ready. I got.
Don't show me when you open that up.
I'm reading a new book. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh God,
I'm gonna have to look on here and see what was it called. Haunted Hospitals and Mental Asylums.
Oh my God.
By Zachary Knowles. I'm like, please be Beyonce's brother. Because that would be
That's amazing.
I don't think it's Solange. She's really doing that. Am I even saying her name right?
I don't know. All right. Well, you're up.
Okay.
Should we do this thing?
Here we go. So
do the damn thing.
Topic is telepathy.
Ooh, telepathy.
It is. You just like blew a bunch of breath in my face.
Sorry.
Like my hair blew back.
Sorry. So weird.
Well, if you are sick, I'm for sure getting it out. So my sources are Wikipedia.
What? No.
I know, right? Shocking. Never go to. Had to brush the dust off of that one. I don't know. God, I am not on my.
That was a great joke.
We have not been in here for 2 weeks. Okay, I got to get back into my groove.
You know, I'm not gonna lie though. Listening back to the Death by Mozzarella Sticks, I was crying laughing at the whoosh. We're so dumb. Anyway,
happy to say Whitney has not whooshed. Well, I mean,
yeah.
We both kind of have, but
in a different way.
Our bodies walked away.
Sorry, bathroom I always poop at work.
I know.
You know who you are. Anyway.
I walked away, Dan. I'm like, is there toilet paper stuck in my...
Do people know
I don't even know what's going on.
That I just exorcised a demon from my body as I'm sweating in the bathroom.
I mean, I did like... Sorry.
You have a phone. It's fine.
There's bad weather. I thought I turned that off. I turned it on.
Oh, you're getting the call.
Yeah, no school tomorrow. I'm assuming so.
Hippery?
Okay.
Huh? I just said hippery.
That way I answered it, so it'll stop ringing. There'll be a text and...
Of course. It's like, just send a text.
Update,
no one answers a phone.
No school. Oh, wait, that's my kid's school.
Oh.
But that phone number was my...
No one cares.
Work. Oh, there's my kid's school. Look, the phone calls just keep coming in. Snow day. Woo-woo.
I'm jelly.
Okay, what was I talking about?
You're talking about telepathy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if I had a sidebar. Okay,
I don't remember.
Wikipedia and Sci Encyclopedia.
Oh.
I'm so fancy.
Sci.
Okay.
You looked up an encyclopedia.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I Googled telepathy, and that was... Sci Encyclopedia's got enough money to pay to move their...
Encyclopedia
to the top of the search engine.
Oh, true.
Okay. So telepathy, what is it? It is the transmission of information from one person to another without using any human sensory channels or physical interaction. I feel like we do this a lot.
Me and you?
Yes. I could just tell by the look on your face.
I mean, it's just knowing each other a long time.
Yeah. I recognize a poop panic when I see one.
I'm not in one right now.
No, me neither.
Okay,
but
great.
I probably, again,
You're drinking coffee at like
so I might
6 o'clock at night.
There's never a bad time for coffee.
I
I'm
mean,
immune to it.
I know.
It does nothing.
I mean, I'm drinking a Diet Mountain Dew. I feel you.
So the word telepathy was actually coined in 1882 by Frederick W.H. Myers.
That's so many letters.
It is a big name. Big man, I imagine.
Big man.
I don't know. He was probably 5'3", and he was the founder of the Society for
Cyclical
Research.
Cyclical.
I said our people.
Oh yeah. How'd we get in there?
I don't know. I don't even know if it exists anymore. But like some other people get involved with it here a little bit later on down. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay.
I couldn't even remember what my topic was, but now it's starting to come back. Funny how that happens. The scientific concepts that are applied to mental phenomena in the hopes of better understanding paranormal phenomena.
Nice.
So they feel like if they can tap into what it is that makes people have the ability to communicate with their minds, if you can kind of crack that code, if you will, then all the secrets of the universe are at the palm of your hand.
They might be right.
They could be. So, let's have a little history about telepathy, shall we?
We shall. Let's go on an adventure with our minds.
I feel like I'm on the magic school bus.
You are Miss Frizzle. Seatbelts, everybody. Honk, honk.
Telepathy. But I'm going to tell you with my mind for you to buckle up. And that's
What
how
a great show.
That's how they all died. Spoiler alert.
All the children.
That's a bad joke.
Yes, it is.
They did not have jet fuel pulled on.
Nope. That's terrible.
Okay, so in the late 19th century, the magician mentalist Washington Irving Bishop. I'm like, listen, quit having so many Washington Irvings. It's getting confusing.
Really? Was he named after that Washington?
I don't know. If it was the late 19th century, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Who's a Washington Irving? Didn't he write like
A
Legend of Sleepy Hollow? I don't know.
I feel like he was a very famous African American man.
Washington Irving.
I'm going to Google it. Sorry, because now I feel
not
done.
Irving Johnson.
He's not African American. I'm dumb.
Did he write?
Yes, he's a short story author. He wrote Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
I am so smart.
Dude, you're so... Here he is. What a beautiful man, no.
Look at that.
Look at that neck.
I can't grow sideburns, so I'm going to grow my hair so I can just fluff it to give the appearance of...
Oh, and that neck.
What are those called? Pork chops? No. What are those called when people have like those big sideburns?
Side chops? No.
No, there's a word.
Yeah, it's something chops.
Is it pork chops?
No. Dude, look at my pork chops. No, chops. Just
Something chops.
Sideburn
oh my
chops.
God, this is going off the rail. I haven't even finished the first page. So, this guy, Washington Irving Bishop, he was a magician and a mentalist.
Maybe it is
and he
pork
performed
chops.
acts.
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops? No, that's like Sherry Lewis and the puppet.
Mutton chops?
Mutton. No, that's just another word for sheep, right?
I don't know. Literally, this came up. It says lamb chops. Lamb chops. Sherry Lewis. Those are bad, though.
That is bad.
Regardless, don't have pork chop sideburns.
No, it's not
Really not cute. Unless you're Amish,
Unless you're
maybe.
going to butterfly them. What? I don't know. This is the...
Now it's late. And now it's pork chop jokes.
I'm not...
Now we're having pork chop jokes. I like my pork chops butterflying.
On the side of my face. Get a twinkle razor and dermablade that crap off.
I just did that the other day. My face is so hair-free.
Get the peach fuzz, baby.
Feels good. Okay.
Again, Washington Irving Bishop.
Bishop, not the other one.
No. He was a magician and a mentalist. I think I've said that 4 times now. And he performed acts where he would read people's thoughts.
Okay.
He said that there was nothing supernatural about it. He simply could read unconscious body cues of audience members. So he would...
What psychics today do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I still don't get. Like, how do you... I can't even pick up on a social cue that someone hates me and I should stop talking because they don't
I've been giving you that
they
social
don't think
cue
my
for a
pork
while.
chop
Kidding.
jokes are funny.
I'm kidding.
So I don't know
I
how
feel like
people...
they're trained in
But
that.
how do you see how someone's like slumping their shoulder and be like, you're planning a trip to Hawaii in 6 months? Like, how do you... I
Maybe
don't
it just...
understand.
I don't either.
I don't
It takes
get
a lot of time and luck and... I don't know.
So a group of scientists decide, hey, I imagine them being like these real skeptical debunkers. Like, we're
Absolutely.
going to go investigate him. So they come to his shows and he was able, and he knew that they were there to investigate him. So he honed in on them specifically and was able to identify a specific location and find a hidden object by holding the wrist or hand of the person who knew the location. So like someone would be, like I might be thinking, okay. I'm thinking of, I don't know. I can't think of anything. The
Pork
candle.
chops.
Pork chops. And gravy. And he could grab my wrist and say, you're thinking of pork chops and gravy. And they're in the restaurant across the street.
See, that's hard for me to understand that there's any way he could do that other than legit telepathy.
Yes.
Because, like, there's so many things you can choose for him to be thinking
That's
of.
my thing. I would be so off.
You're like, M&M's, and they're like, no, gorillas. What?
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Chops. So the scientists concluded it was because he was highly skilled at detecting involuntary movements. But even then, like,
What's
I
that
can understand if you said, like, is it the penny or the quarter.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
you're like,
yes. You don't realize you're giving some sort of a physical cue. Or, you know,
when you like,
because there are people very skilled at picking up on that.
Actively avoid looking at the penny.
Yeah, but to be able to say like a specific object
out of
and its location, I don't know. I don't get that.
That's interesting.
Moving on. That's all I know.
Moving on from Bishop.
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe he went on to be successful.
And then he died.
And then he died. The end. And then we have Stuart Cumberland.
Ooh.
He was well known for performing blindfolded and locating objects, as well as asking audience members to imagine, I like this, a murder scene, while he was accurately able to read their thoughts and ID the victim and reenact the crime. So he would say, like,
unless it's a plant, there's no other way.
Think of some sort of murder scene. And then I just, like, you think of something, and I'm like, it was Professor Potter in the study with a candlestick. You know? And it's like, and he was right. So, I don't know.
Unless it's a plant.
Unless it's a plant.
Yeah, there's, like, really no other way.
How many pages? I got more notes than I thought I did.
You got a heck of a lot of notes.
Look at me. Then we have my favorite little family here, the Creery Sisters. And if you look up telepathy, like they keep showing up over and over and over again. So I've got quite a bit of info. I say that. I don't know if I do. I think I have a lot of information on them. So here we go. 1880. We're in Buxton, Derbyshire, which is English. I had to double check that.
I know. I'm like, huh?
I thought it was.
Those words don't make sense.
If it ends in Shire,
it's got to be in English.
So there were 5 sisters whose ages ranged from 10 to 17.
Okay.
At the time, because it's 1880, what else are you going to do? There was a popular game, often referred to as the willing game, where one person would guess what object had been selected by another and others. Again, it's 1880. What else?
You got nothing else to do.
When I was a little kid, my grandma and I used to play hide the thimble because she was born in the 1920s, and that was a game. And
thimbles are small.
They are. It kept me entertained, and that was before I was completely blind in my left eye.
Did she hide them in sort of obvious places? But it's like one of those I Spy books where it's like hiding in plain sight. Because if you hit a thimble underneath something,
we played the you're getting warmer, you're getting colder game, and she was never like malicious with like
you're never gonna find this,
burying it under all the dishes in the cabinet or anything.
That's fun. What a great memory with your grandma.
So I mean, I guess playing the willing game was
Well, I don't know what it is still, or did you tell me?
It's where someone guesses an object that the others are thinking of. So, like, you think of an object, and now I'm going to guess
what
you're thinking of. So,
okay.
So that was a game. I don't know.
I feel like that game would go on and on. No.
It's the game that never ends. And finally you're just like, yes, fine.
Yes, pork chops.
It was a pork chop.
Jesus.
You got me.
Why do you only say pork chop, Amy?
I'm obsessed with pork chops. Okay?
Clearly the name of the episode, pork chop.
Get over it. I'm going to grow my own pork chops.
You come back next time, I'm like, what? Hey, I mean, what would I say?
I am Elvis circa 1972.
A good friend would call you on it, but I'll just let it go.
Please do.
Can I rub those?
Sharpie them on. Great look.
If we ever do a live show, we have to draw a pork chop sideburns. Ew.
Okay.
Pubic hairs on our face.
So, the willing game. Here we go. The Creery Sisters. So, the father of Mary, Alice, Emily, Maud, and Kathleen is like, I'm going to play this game with the girls. It's 1880. What else is there to do? So he made it he didn't. I put quotes around that. He did not. I don't know what.
He probably said that.
I'm so careless with my quotes. I shouldn't.
He obviously said that.
Clearly. So he kind of turned it into a little bit of an experiment with the kids.
Okay.
He's like, we're going to play this, but I'm also going to document their accuracy on this.
Yeah, he's probably been sitting around listening and been like,
I'm so bored. It's 1880. I can
TV.
only put shoes on the horses so many times before I can't
and
take it
we've lost
anymore.
the thimble.
Yes, and I'm trying to grow my pork chops out, but it's so hard.
It's so slow.
They are.
I need beard oil. What am I saying?
I don't know.
So dumb.
Father Creery, coconut oil.
I'm so dumb. They're like, what's a coconut? I don't know.
Do
they have coconuts in 1880?
Did they have it? Maybe not.
What is this exotic circle?
Places had coconuts.
Well,
but I don't know if in Derbyshire they had any coconuts.
I mean, they weren't native.
No, clearly.
They just have this coconut they don't know what to do with. What is the bowling ball?
Stick a straw in it and drink it.
Do it.
Oh my God. Dear listeners, I'm sorry.
Know.
This is, God. What is happening?
Hey, it's like really late. 6:15.
It's so late. And I can see the words. It's so surreal. So one of the girls I got new glasses, everybody, in case you didn't know.
I can see words.
I can see.
Okay.
So one of the girls would leave the room while Dad and the other girls would focus on an object in the room.
Okay.
So then the girl would return and guess the object, and they would have a creepy rate of success. Like they would take turns doing this. And again, they may have just been really good at, like, maybe somebody's like got their eyes going that way and you're not realizing it. But for all 5 of them, to be really skilled at that's kind of a little more than coincidental. Mm-hmm. So they did this for several months.
Wow.
And they would spend 1 to 2 hours a night.
Wow.
Changing things up a bit. They would move objects from room to room. And then they would stop just doing objects. They would think of the names of people, places, dates, quotes. And they rarely made any mistakes in guessing. So it got to where they weren't even
quotes. I couldn't even tell you a quote.
No.
Oh, yeah, I could.
4 scores.
It always goes back to Abe.
God.
He's my one true love.
Everything.
He's my everything.
Someday, Abe,
I'll meet you on the other side.
We will. I hope it's not like that one guy with the afterlife having his little testicles roasted over fire. Wasn't that something?
No, I hope it's like the image you forever put in my mind of Abe laying down with the top hat over his junk. I love you, Abe.
Oh my God. People are like, quit telling your same jokes. We can't help it. We're so
dumb. We're so dumb. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Well, okay. So the dad noted that the girls would have more success if they were within a few feet of each other.
Picking up on vibes.
And the girls say that 2 or 3 things would come to mind. Like they would be thinking, okay, I'm trying to guess what you're thinking, and I'm picking up on Florida and, I don't know, Georgia. But Georgia's coming through more clearly, so I'm going to go with Georgia. And then they'd be right. So they said that they were getting more than one, picking up on more than one thing, but something was more clear than the other. And so that's what they would end up going with their guess. And then they were right.
Interesting.
So Mr. Creery decided, hey, we may have something here. So he invited a local doctor to a session. And the doctor documented the impressive results that the girls produced. So then the doctor was like, hey, these girls, like I don't know what's going on, but they can read minds. And so he got word to a newspaper. And then word just traveled and another newspaper. So finally, all these newspapers started covering these girls and their abilities. And so Dad Creery, I don't know his name. I just keep calling him Dad Creery.
Totally makes sense.
He sent a copy of the article to William Barrett, who was
I see that word.
Scientist? Yeah, scientist. I probably misspelled it. No, because you can see I even stopped my pen here.
You're like
you can tell the ink blot. I'm like, that's how you really spell that. So a scientist.
Wonder what that is.
Probably from this.
You're about to say
the Society of.
Keep reading your.
Oh, do I tell? Oh, he specializes in the research of thought transference.
Say that again, though.
Specializes in the research of thought transference.
Cool.
Huh. So how I can take something from my brain and put it in your brain.
In 18 something.
Yeah, that's why it's such a terrible name.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't have.
It's too many ISTs.
I don't have I don't know, access to a really cool name generator.
True.
Right now. That was lame. I said that. What's a name generator.
No one knows. I just laugh because I love you and I laugh.
It's called your brain. That's how you generate names.
There's probably a name. There's your porn star name generator online.
There you go. Oh, God.
You know, stuff like that.
Well, that's just like the name of the street you grew up on
Right.
and your pet's name.
Do you know, mine would be Lucy Highway Z.
Mine would be Spot. Spot check.
Spot what?
I don't know what street I was on. Like, we have post office boxes. Like, your
So you
mail
have to say
didn't get delivered.
post office box.
So I went my whole life not knowing my address.
Oh.
I'm an idiot. Bridge Street. Yeah, I lived on Bridge Street. Spot Bridge. Spot Bridge.
That's
Bridge
weird.
Spot.
I also like Bridge or Spot Box 49.
Yeah, or I love when you like people post things on social media like pick your birthday and the last food you ate, and then
Yes.
and then match that up
Yeah.
with the words in the box.
I
and
always
then-
do it, though, don't
then
you?
your name is like Quiet Squirter. Or something.
You're so gross. Don't you always do that though? Like when you scroll through,
I
always do it.
look. I never post what.
Well,
it
no.
comes up as. Nobody. That's my business.
No, because if yours is Quiet Squirter, I will only call you Quiet Squirter from now on.
I don't know where that came from.
It came out of an amazing your name
Out
generator.
of my name generator. I gotta blow my nose. Talk.
Go
for a minute.
ahead. God. No.
This cold
Oh,
is never
did you just hear that? I just heard a weird sound, like from the ceiling.
Oh, great.
No, for real, it was like a thump. But there's
great.
nothing above
That's
us.
jet fuel. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, there
that
was
was weird.
tornadoes the other night.
Well, it'll be
so it
interesting if
must
that
have-
gets picked up on the. We need to get like a EMF detector.
We for sure do.
And just have it going.
Or a spirit box.
Ooh, that'd be creepy. We should probably confirm with Chris and Mandy if that's okay with them first.
Can we invite things into
Hi,
the prayer
can we?
closet?
Yeah.
Something tells me they'd be fine with it.
I don't think they care.
Okay.
Chris doesn't believe. Just so
Exactly.
everyone knows. I don't know about Mandy.
We'll make a believer out of them.
Yeah, it'll be like, Chris, believe.
Chris, you are our mission. Look out. Quiet Squirter on the case.
So you're on the case then? Okay.
Chris is like, oh my God.
Quit saying my name that I'm connected to this. This is embarrassing.
So William Barrett, the not cyclist. He may have been a cyclist. I don't know. He had such strong calf muscles. So he came to God.
You're full of great jokes.
He came to observe the girls in March of 1881 and published an article in some journal, I don't know what, saying that they were legit and not just picking up on unconscious cues. So he's
great.
like, listen, I went and saw this and I saw it time and time and time again. These girls are for real. I don't know how they're doing it.
He's an expert.
He is. He's a
Sissist. He's a sissist.
He's a sissy. I feel like no one's going to think we're as funny as we do.
No, because this is embarrassing.
He said the girls not only said I don't know.
What? Things he said. Those are some things he said.
So, some things he said that the girls not only said, I don't know, aloud, got, I don't know what my notes say.
None of that makes that's not a sentence.
This was about the time the fever kicked in, okay? I was really sick.
Bless your heart. Things he said. Girls not only
I
said.
don't know, but something about the girls didn't just... I don't know.
Moving on.
Oh, so he was thinking things.
Oh.
And they went and retrieved them. I don't know why I couldn't make that
From
a
his
coherent
brain.
sentence. So he documented.
Oh, this is what this is. Okay. These notes
This is authentic research.
Okay. Do we need to do
They came back with a hairbrush, and that was correct.
Wait, what?
He was thinking of a hairbrush. An orange, that was correct. A wine glass, that was
Were
correct.
these things in the room?
No, they had to leave and go.
Okay.
A toasting fork.
What the
That was wrong on the first attempt.
What? Because that's not a
But
thing.
the second attempt, they came back with a knife, and that was correct. So he's kind of saying like the toasting fork was
Same-
a utensil,
yeah.
but then
What's
went
a
back.
toasting fork?
I don't know. It's the 1880s. Do you
toast a marshmallow
everything?
with it?
You toast everything. You toast.
Oh, are you meaning
pork
like
chops?
do? I have a toast.
Oh, maybe. I just assume it like you put it over a fire and then cook your food. I know nothing about the 1800s.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I
was
just
s'mores.
assume everyone cooks.
But it turns
in a like.
Maybe it's like ding 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 ding.
I don't know. I assume everyone cooked in a cast iron like kettle over a fire and only ate beans. I don't know anything
beans
else
are
about
great.
the 1800s. They came back with a saucer, which was incorrect. But when he questioned the girl, she said saucer came to mind, but it didn't make sense because she'd already brought the cup. Did I skip cup?
You did.
Cup was correct. And then so she picked up on saucer, but she's like, well, that wouldn't make sense. I already brought the cup.
Yeah.
Why would they need the saucer should come first? So even on the one thing that she made the mistake on, she was able to give it a reason why.
Toasting fork is for toasting things.
Okay, I'm telling you, just go with whatever I say. Just go with it.
What's
I'm
the
right.
things we call those? It's like a
skewer.
Like if I'm gonna roast marshmallows, does that have a name? But that's what that is.
A marshmallow roaster.
Toasting fork.
Yeah,
is what it's called.
So out of the 15 trials, they only made 3 mistakes.
Wow.
And even those mistakes were very close, or they were able to kind of explain why they made the mistake. So then Barrett's like, well, try this. I'm going to make this harder. And he thought of short 4 to 5 sentence questions, and the girls correctly guessed all of them.
Oh,
so
my God.
he would do like, what is...
So 4 to 5 word questions.
Yeah, like, what color's my hair? Or what, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
think of,
he's just
and then
thinking of the question.
he would think of it, and they would be able to answer it.
Wow.
Every single one of them.
Wow.
So a couple researcher guys come in November because they're like, the word is really spreading now.
Yeah.
Like, this is incredible. No one's doing this. How are they doing it? Everyone wants to debunk it. So these researcher guys come in November to conduct similar tests on the girls as well. And their maid. So I don't know how she got drug into all this, but they're like, you're in here too. And they were 100% correct on everything that these researchers threw at them.
That's insane.
And I said, here's a fun fact. Barrett, who was doing all this stuff, helped Freddie Myers, remember the guy at the beginning of the story who founded the Society of Psychical on the first thought transference investigation when he founded that society. So when that first came into play, Freddie and Barry, or whatever his name is, like, we're doing this. So they were pioneers in the field.
Wow. That's us too.
It is. So other things that Barrett did in investigations took place outside of the Creery home and also kept the girls separated from one another to lend more validity to the results. So it's kind of like, okay, I believe what I'm seeing, but there's always going to be the skeptics and the people trying to say
Doubters.
This is what they're doing. They know everything in their house. Obviously, they're going to get it right. So he would take them to other locations and keep them completely separate from one another. Like he would just take one girl. Like, hey, just you and me.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, that seems creepy. Take a chaperone. But so later allegations. Yes.
Washington.
Take Dad Creery.
Okay.
No, Dad Creery. Later allegations. I don't even know what Washington Booker T was doing there. I don't know what was he doing? I don't even know.
It's fine. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Later, there were allegations of cheating made, and the girls were accused of signaling one another the correct answer with nonverbal cues. So, but again,
how would they know?
How are you going to signal what color is my hair? You know what I mean? And they don't even know. They don't know what he's thinking.
And they can't have a cue for every single word in the entire dictionary.
That's impressive. If that is, then write them in a journal over that, because that's super cool.
They made up a new language, if that's
another
the case.
fun fact. Freud, yes, the Freud.
The Sigmund?
Yes, was a believer in telepathy. He thought it was derived from an ancient form of communication that began as a physical way of communication, but over time evolved into mental communication. So he thinks that, back in the caveman days, they communicated through grunts or whatever they did. But then he thinks over time it evolved, and then all over the world, people spoke so many different languages and stuff that it almost became like an adaptation.
Interesting.
Where people were able to develop thought transference as a way of communication. He believed he was able to mentally communicate with his fiancée, Martha, all the way from Paris when she was in America. He believed he could...
And Martha's like, I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Martha's sleeping.
Martha's like, well, do I listen into a seashell, Sigmund? I don't understand.
Or a cup.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, moving on to another semi-famous person. I've heard his name, but I've never read anything by him. American author Upton Sinclair.
Yeah, I know that name too, but no idea.
I said he was definitely our people because he was a huge believer in all things paranormal.
Yeah, he was.
Not just telepathy, but
all of it.
If it's paranormal, he was on board.
He's in it.
So his wife was named Craig.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Craig Sinclair?
Craig Sinclair.
Was it a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they say.
Who knows?
I even wrote, yep, that was her name.
Well, we accept you, Craig.
We
You do you.
That's right.
Boo-boo.
Craigie baby.
Craigie baby.
I don't know. What is wrong with me? I can't see across the room.
35.
Oh my God. People are like, make it stop.
No, they're not.
It being me. I'm the
Not
it.
Craigie baby?
Not Craigie baby. They're like, just let Craigie baby go. So she was considered to be an empath and a sensitive.
Okay.
So after years of helping people work through their problems using her abilities, her health started declining.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, if you're going around and trying to help people, especially as an empath, and you're taking in all of those feelings, I'm sure it starts to wear on you after a while.
Absolutely.
And so Upton saw this happening to Craigie baby, and so he reached out to Roman Astoja.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of name that is. I'm not even going to pretend like I know what country he hails from. But he was a professional mind reader.
Ooh. And
they had the hopes that he would be able to teach Craig the ability to shield her mind from others' thoughts and worries.
That's great.
So thinking, I don't know, kind of makes me think of like
Lorraine.
Lorraine, I was gonna go with the fictional character, Danny from The Shining.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you think of like when it gets to Dr. Sleep, and it's just like that's why he started drinking and stuff to be able to block all of that out. So he thought he could kind of teach her to put up a wall that she wasn't constantly picking up on other people's thoughts and emotions and feelings. So he spent 3 years experimenting with telepathy with Craig.
Wow.
And she documented the entire process. While this was happening, she kept journals.
Awesome.
She wrote down everything that was happening.
I love that.
And so her husband ended up writing a book called Mental Radio that includes all of her details. So I'm like, why'd he write the book? Why didn't she? I get that he's an author, but it's her story,
man.
I guess. So she was able to develop a type of hypnotic connection with a Roman Astoja.
That's awkward.
That's kind of what I thought. I'm like, is this getting like...
Upton's like, hey guys, can I get in here?
Is this like an extramarital thing? I'm not sure.
What was happening during their hypnotic, what'd you call
it said
them?
even the hypnotic connections, even if they were hundreds of miles apart.
Wow, wow.
Yes. Like, look at me.
Hypnotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggie, biggie, biggie.
Can't you see?
Craig has the ability to hypnotize me.
Craig.
Oh, Craig.
Can you imagine? I'm sorry.
I feel like I should get a cat now and name it Craig. That would be cute.
Craig is weird to say now. We've made it. It's Craig. It's just a weird
Jenny
word.
Craig. No, I don't know. Is that still a thing?
No, but I love how that's your show. You're the best. Jenny Craig.
I have a real future in stand-up.
We are clearly good at this. Oh, God.
Aren't you glad you found this?
And tuned in. We're sorry.
We
just
are.
what it is.
So her dreams then started involving her husband's thoughts. So
good. Well, I'm glad Upton's back in the picture.
Yeah, come on, Upton.
Get in here.
Jump in Craig's head. So much so that she actually dreamed up the idea for a book with all sorts of ideas.
That she could write?
Then so she woke up and was like, oh my God, I have an idea for a book. Here's all the details of it. And her husband had a package sitting on the table of a book he had bought. I hadn't opened it yet. And when he opened it, it was a book detailing all those things that she had said. So I was like, maybe she just snooped on his Amazon account, but that wasn't a thing back then. So
she opened his package.
Ching! I got jokes for days, people.
And I said, she opened his package.
I got a package for you? No, stop. Oh, God. She realized she was developing her skills as a clairvoyant and used those skills to help her husband find items he'd misplaced. I'm like, well,
every wife could use that
That's
skill.
what I said. I go, every wife and mom ever.
My God.
That's what we do.
Like, why can you not find the milk?
That's not clairvoyance.
No.
That's just part of the job description.
It's like a skill you just gain.
Yes, whether you want it or not.
I know. I'm like, go back, Kyle, go back and look again.
Yeah, did that today at work.
There is milk in there.
Someone was looking for something, like, it's probably under that thing. They come out, it went there, and then I go tidy up in my room, and I looked at the thing I said to look under, and there it was. So, cool.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, I'm always right. So she then decided to try a little something with her brother-in-law. I'm like, Craig
needs
settle
down. She's trifling.
Rock and roll hoochie coo.
Hoochie coo.
It's a real song. Check it out. It's on Dazed and Confused. Great movie.
Sorry.
You've probably never watched it.
I haven't.
God, you're such a loser.
I know. I deal with it every day.
I'm just kidding. You're not. But Dazed and Confused is a really good movie.
Is it just all about pot?
No, it's like all about it's Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yes. Be a lot cooler if you did.
He kind of annoys me a little bit. Is that
he's
terrible?
funny. Okay, so
anyway.
her brother-in-law was 40 miles away.
Her brother-in-law?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
and they agreed. Oh, I left my papers. I brought some papers to show you. I even wrote a note. Show pics.
That's okay. We'll find them.
We will. So he was 40 miles away, and they agreed that at a very, a specific time of the day, he would draw a picture, and she would try to see the picture in her mind. And their very first try was a success. He drew a chair, and then she drew a picture of a chair, almost identical to it.
Weird.
And I've got, darn it, I even printed off pictures. They did this for several different things, and she was always able to draw what he was drawing.
Insane.
So then that got her, she's like, woohoo, I'm able to do this with your brother from, I assume it was his brother, or it could have been her sister's husband. I know nothing.
Either way.
His name was Bob.
Okay, Bob.
So she was so excited about this, she asked her husband to do this with her, and he would draw or have his secretary draw.
Ew.
Come on, Upton Sinclair.
I mean, was he famous when he was alive? I mean,
don't
maybe
know.
he has a secretary. I don't know.
So.
I don't have a secretary.
Me neither.
So
I
basically am
do
a
it all.
secretary.
I do it all.
Right.
Actually, I do have a secretary. Sorry, Jill.
Well, she's not your personal secretary.
No, exactly. So they would draw a picture and put it
Jill's
in
not listening.
No, Jill's not listening. Jill's
God
got
bless you, Jill.
a life.
Not that our listeners don't have lives. We don't have lives.
They're probably questioning right about now if they do, in fact, not have
Is this what
lives.
you're spending your life doing? You should reconsider.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
We love you.
Leave us a 5-star review on Amazon.
Amazon.
On Amazon. Thank you for your purchase. What? On Apple.
Yeah.
No one has left us any more reviews. It's so depressing.
Well, someone asked if we could be on Spotify.
I know, and
Can we
I'm
do
working
that?
on it.
Is that a thing?
It's really challenging, but I'm working
Okay.
on it.
So anyways, he would draw a picture of secretary when they place it in a sealed envelope, and then Craig would come and lie on the couch and place the envelope on her forehead.
I love the drama.
Just like
of
Johnny.
this.
Do you remember when Johnny Carson? No, you never mind.
No.
So there was this man named Johnny Carson.
I thought you were saying Johnny
way back
Cash.
before,
Jay Leno.
Oh, you know Jay Leno. Very good. Way before
still alive.
Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jay Leno, all that. Johnny Carson was a guy.
David Letterman.
And he would do
I know who Johnny
a-
Carson is.
He would do
but
a thing.
A bit?
His name was I don't even know what his name was, but yeah,
What?
he would have this thing on his head, and he would be like, and it's this, and he
Oh,
would,
Johnny Carson would do
yeah,
that?
and they would open the envelope and stuff. It was funny for the days that it happened in.
Sounds funny.
So anyway, she would guess the picture.
So she did a Johnny Carson bit.
She did a Johnny Carson.
So he
bit.
stole that.
Yes, he stole it from Craig.
Do you hear that? Is he still alive?
I don't think so. Rest in peace.
Sorry, rest in peace. Rest in peace. We said that so weirdly.
We did. We're so dumb. So I'm wrapping it up, I promise. Of the 290 drawings, 65 were correct. 155 were very close, just off by like one little detail. Like on one of them,
can we just count that?
Yeah, for real.
Because 65 is not a great.
And then some of them were really bad drawings. I looked at some of those, so I'm like, well, how is she supposed Upton, get your crap together. This drawing sucks. Because she'd be like, it's a football or something. He's like, no, it's a dog on a leash. And I'm like, no, that does not.
Yeah, draw something simple.
Bit like that.
You know? A sun.
And then 70 were just plain wrong. But 70 out of 290 being wrong that's a pretty good success rate.
Yeah.
So anyway, Upton wrote a book. It's called Mental Radio and talks about all of this. Bye. That may have been my worst one yet. Sorry.
I want to look up Upton Sinclair now. I'm very curious as to who he is.
He was an author. I
know, but like what he wrote. Uptown Funk? No,
that'd be Bruno Mars.
Oh my God, look how old he is. Not that old people.
Look at his little. What is that? A tweed jacket?
What's he doing with his hands?
Is he? Oh my God, is he a Scientologist? He looks like he's being audited for Scientology.
He's holding the cans.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The if you haven't listened to the last podcast on the left episodes about L. Ron Hubbard, you should.
Okay. I feel like I started them. Are they like kind of older episodes?
Yes. And I just finished Dean Coral, also great. Now I'm on Albert Fish.
Months ago and then started listening to something else. I need to get that.
Okay, I don't know anything about his books, so it doesn't matter. Okay, well, I'm a little worried that you did the same topic for your next one as me.
What'd you do?
Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Oh, I did. That's okay. I can jump in.
Please do, because I have a lot of like...
That's what I get for being cocky about having two dumb.
Because when you said something about a hospital, I was like, oh God, we totally have the same story. Is this dead? I just charged this bitch.
My notes back up. Here.
Okay, because I just charged mine. I don't know a lot about I know some about the haunting, but I couldn't find a ton of information about the haunting.
There's not a lot.
Yeah. Here we go. Waverly Hills. I almost named Rory Waverly. Maybe I'm glad I didn't because it's kind of depressing.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes, that.
You could have went with that.
Yeah. I'm like, she's named after that. Okay, I got my info from Wikipedia, Ranker, and Mental Floss. So, Waverly Hills Sanatorium is not that far from us.
No, Kentucky.
We really need to go down there, maybe. Located in
road trip.
Yeah, Louisville.
And then we can go by the Louisville Slugger Factory.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking. Sorry. That's really offensive. Brittany Cartwright, I love you. You have beautiful eyebrows.
It's Brittany Cartwright.
She's on Vanderpump Rules. She's from Kentucky.
Oh.
Whatever. All I do is watch Bravo. That is all I do in my life, ever.
Bravo, do you want to sponsor us? Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, Andy Cohen. You're from St. Louis.
Hey, you're cool. Yeah. We see you.
Get it.
Okay. So, Waverly Hills Sanatorium opened in 1910 as a two-story hospital that accommodated about 40 to 50 TB patients. In the early 1900s, Jefferson County, Kentucky, TB was like hitting the fan. Like it was insane. Ravaging the people due to the wetlands around the Ohio River, which was perfect for the TB bacteria, aka the White Plague, aka consumption. I don't think I knew that all those meant TB, but they do.
Now you do.
Now I do. Consumption. Waverly was originally constructed with 2 open-air pavilions, each housing 20 patients for the treatment of early cases, because they thought fresh air would.
Yes. And sunlight.
I know. And those there are pictures online, as I'm sure you saw, of people just laying in their beds covered in snow.
Yes.
In the fresh air.
I'm like, well, you might be cured from the TB, but now the pneumonia is going to carry you off on the wings of an angel. I don't know. That's not even a say. Look, I'm just making up like quotes.
On the wing of the snow.
And I was thinking, how do you talk to an
Why are we
angel?
doing this with our bodies? We're so embarrassing. This is not, thank God this isn't a video situation because it's.
We should go live sometime though when we do this.
Oh my God.
For the fans that are just dropping like flies right now. Sorry.
Anyone out there?
Even Crystal's like, could you please stop dropping my name? I'm done.
I am distancing myself from this endeavor. It's embarrassing.
It is.
Okay.
We're sorry. We can't help it.
We are sorry to everyone. Okay. Oh, wow. So the city of Louisville in August of 1912 was planning on building another hospital to replace Louisville City Hospital. And while working on this, TB patients from the city hospital were placed on tents on the ground of Waverly Hills pending the completion of the hospital. So, like, you have TB and you're just in a tent. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
So sad.
Can we quickly build the hospital, please? That'd be great.
Yes.
But we can't because it's slow.
Did you tell why it's named Waverly Hills?
I didn't.
Okay.
Do you want to share that?
I mean, do you care if
No,
I
go
jump
for
in
it.
since I spent so much time?
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, God, I just broke.
So the land was actually purchased in 1883 by Major Thomas H. Hayes
Oh, major.
as a home for him and his family. And the nearest school was incredibly far away. So he just well, what rich people do, I'm just going to open a school for my daughter.
Yeah, how you going to do that?
So he opens a one-room schoolhouse for his daughter and hires a teacher, Lizzie Lee Harris. And she was a huge fan of author Walter Scott Waverly. Don't know who he is. But she was a fan of his, so she named it Waverly School.
Cute.
And he, the owner of the property, liked it so much, he then named the estate Waverly Hills.
Waverly is a beautiful, I mean, it's beautiful. It sounds beautiful. I'm all about it. Cool. All right. In December 1912, another wing was opened for patients with advanced cases of TB, which sucks, around 40 people. In 1914, a children's pavilion was added with 50 beds for children that had TB and then the children of TB patients, which is, oh my God, like,
It's so sad.
it's so sad. And do we know how, I don't know this, do you know how TB is, passed? Is it through the air? Because, like, are these children with TB patients just, like, getting TB now? I don't know.
Well, I would
Maybe
think
not.
it's something bacterial because if the wetlands were...
Oh, true. Breeding it.
Yeah.
So probably they're getting it. Great. In March of 1924, they began to build a 5-story building that would hold more than 400 patients, which opened in October 17th of 1926. And then in 1943, they, figured out the medicine that cured TB.
Thank you, antibiotics.
Streptomycin. Streptomycin.
There you go. Not to be confused with...
Strep throat.
Yeah. Or, I don't know what...
Mycin.
Or anything else, mycin. Isn't there like a triple antibiotic ointment that ends in mycin?
Probably, yes.
I'm making
Yes,
it up.
Amy, you're
Stop
right.
it. Okay.
The hospital was closed in June of 1961. It wasn't needed as much. Oh, yeah. And here's where I kind of put in my thing. Nobody knew how to cure TB, so they quarantined people. They gave them fresh air. And they also thought a positive attitude would cure you.
Yeah. Yes. Think healthy.
I know you're covered in 5 feet of snow. Google the pictures. It's so disturbing and just ridiculous.
And they just... And it clearly wasn't working.
No, everyone's dropping like flies.
Everyone's dying.
Yes. So I don't know what your research provided you, but like there's so many different ideas of how many people died here, right?
Yeah.
So I found around 8,000. I also saw 10,000. I also saw 64,000.
Yeah, I wrote a number down too that it was like
They also, I feel like
a super huge discrepancy between. I don't know where it is though. But yeah, it was like a really
and they
big...
think that the 64,000 is really they think it's really
exaggerated.
Yes, thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so yeah, some say as many as 60,000, but conservative estimates are between 8 to 9,000.
Yeah, which still is a ton of people. Like that's insane.
That's crazy. And something else I read said that they were averaging about 1 death per hour.
Yeah,
when it was at its peak.
Which is so sad.
It is.
Okay, sorry, I'm breaking things. So after it closed in 1961, it later opened as Woodhaven Medical Service in 1962, which was a nursing home for the elderly and severely mentally handicapped. It was way overcrowded, understaffed. It was just a really terrible place to be. So tons of patient neglect and abuse. It was really gross. And they closed in 1982, and it was closed by the state of Kentucky because they're like, get people out of here. This is terrible.
It's ridiculous. There are people being abused that can't advocate for themselves.
Yeah, gross.
So God only knows what kind of horrific things took place when it was being operated.
Just imagine all the worst things and probably that.
Yeah.
So,
times 25.
Times 25. Ugh. So...
I love how I'm just following along. I've actually went in chronological order here.
Look
it's
at you.
Miracle.
So there are some ways. I'm going to skip to this because it kind of makes sense. So
did you talk about the other people that purchased it too?
The thing about Christ?
Yeah.
No, I skipped that. But you can share about it.
It was funny.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, in 1983, some developer guy bought it and wanted to turn it into a prison, and the neighbors were like, no, we don't want a prison near us.
Right. And it's a huge building.
Yeah, so then he was going to turn it into apartment buildings, and that fell through. But then in 1996, it was purchased by Robert Abernathy, who's the owner of the Christ of Redeemer Foundation. And he planned
But he's not connected to the one in Rio, right?
No.
Which is funny.
He, though, wanted to construct the world's tallest Jesus statue and make it. See, he wanted to outdo the Jesus statue of Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Like, ha. And it said that phase 1 would cost $4 million. And that just for the statue itself. And then phase 2, he wanted to put an $8 million towards a chapel, theater, and gift shop.
Oh my God. $8 million?
So $8 million for that, $4 million for the statue, and after a nationwide fundraiser, he raised $3,000.
So not quite.
So it didn't happen. But I was just like, the world's tallest Jesus?
I mean, the one in Rio is
I'm pretty
big.
sure the real Jesus could be like,
the real...
watch this.
Right, that's why he raised $3,000.
Robert, you idiot.
Here's your Jesus.
Yes.
It's like 1 inch tall.
It's like those little sea monkeys that you buy and then they just grow in the water.
Jesus sea monkey.
Here's your $3,000 to buy a sea monkey.
Oh my God.
Okay, sorry.
No,
this is weird having facts that I feel like I'm stepping on your toes.
No, you're contributing. I appreciate it. So obviously they didn't know how to cure TB, right? So some of the things that they did was insert balloons into patients' lungs and then fill them up with air to help with breathing. Great.
Fun, thank you.
No.
And then I just imagine they were like balloons from a children's birthday
Yes, like they were
party.
orange,
Yeah,
green.
stop.
Really though? Oh God, I don't know.
back in those days.
How do you even do that? I don't even. It doesn't even make sense. Doctors would remove ribs and muscle tissue to alleviate pressure and make more room for damaged lungs, which, as you can imagine, was painful, ineffective, and fatal to a lot of people.
Like, no, I don't need more room. I just need this bad stuff out of my
I've got
lungs.
plenty of room.
Yeah, it's not because my lungs are so big. It's because they're so full of
Disease.
just death and
Plague.
destruction.
Consumption.
Yes,
Being
consumed. I'm being consumed
by
bacteria.
Yes, great. Okay, so we're going to talk about the tunnel, aka the body chute. So as you can imagine, people were, like Amy mentioned, people were dying all the time here. And so it was bad for morale for bodies to be disposed of in front of patients, obviously.
Which I totally get.
Yeah, and you think about like at a hospital too. You never see, like there's all these back alleyway, they got ways in hospitals.
I watched a show, what was that called? On Netflix.
Oh.
And this girl got
Don't
a job
F with cats?
No, she got a job at a morgue, and it kind of shows how like the deliveries come at like this back entrance. And,
which makes sense. And they have those special elevators that have 2 doors. Like you can go in this way or this way because this way's going to a different place that you're not going. Yeah.
Or if you like, in Caitlin Doherty, one of her books talked about how you like. This is terrible to talk about, but how like if you go to a hospital to pick up the remains of a baby, how it's just in like a box, a box. It just looks like a something that the UPS delivered,
right?
Because they don't want people being
walking
like, oh
out.
my God, they're just carrying out dead babies here. Right. So I mean,
a tiny casket.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So I get it. And if they believe that a positive attitude helped cure you from TB,
well, we're gonna get the body shoot.
Another one. But I'm gonna stay positive. I need my Pratt Daddy crystals right now to give.
They're all just wearing Pratt Daddy crystals around their necks, like these giant crystals.
I've been saved.
My God.
Spencer Pratt.
Spencer Pratt's just listening to Taylor Swift okay, he's so weird. Okay. So obviously they had an entrance and an exit for employees. Oh no, wait. The tunnel was the entrance and exit for employees. So they had to enter and exit through the body chute. It's not a body chute like you imagine. It's not like a trash chute.
No, it's not like a laundry
It's like a
chute.
hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hallway.
So you just like imagine like a Nerf gun shooting.
And then there's someone trying to enter work. They're like, "Stop! I'm coming up to shoot." God.
Hold the Nerf
Why is this thing so slick? That's gross. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like it was greased. Okay. Okay. So it's built on the first floor. I don't even know what this means. Built on the first floor and is 500 feet to the bottom of the hill. Whatever that means. Oh.
So maybe it was I'm thinking
It says
not so much a chute, but like it's tunnel on a slope.
Yes, because it says there's a set of stairs on one side and a cart on the other side that they could use for supplies.
And when the patients felt better, they turned it into a makeshift sledding hill.
Slip and slide.
That was terrible. Sorry.
That was, but it's fine. It's us. So they obviously used the tunnel to move the patients. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to get into do you have anything else before the haunting?
I don't think so.
No?
No, but
okay.
I was just Jesus. The world tells Jesus.
We need Jesus. Okay. Creepy history of sanatoriums. What does that mean?
That was just the stuff you talked about. Like the death tunnel and the...
And well, you know what? Another thing that I was thinking about as I was driving here. I thought sanatoriums were like insane asylums. Not a hospital.
I think, I used to think that too, but now I think it's just what they called hospitals. In general back then.
Why they called them that, not hospitals?
Because they were really clean.
Oh.
No, that's sanitary.
Napkin.
I can't.
Period. Jokes are funny.
Yes,
Oh my God, I'm literally going insane.
They never stop. The people are like, make your stupid jokes, Clot. Please.
Clot?
I don't know.
Is that a period joke?
Yeah, that's a period joke.
Okay.
You can't stop me.
We're wrapping this up. You have way more notes than I do, so jump in, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go to room 502.
Yeah, I got some stuff on 502.
Okay. So room 502 is obviously extremely haunted for a couple of reasons. So allegedly, a head nurse hung herself from a light fixture over an unwanted pregnancy, which is really sad. And so she felt she had no other option, so she killed herself.
Yeah, because it was the 1920s.
Yes.
Thank God we've come further than that.
Right. And who knows what that, the man who obviously
he was
participated. A doctor. Ew.
There. So.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Another nurse who worked in this room. So there's another nurse who worked in 504 very often. She just one day walked up to the roof of the building and jumped off. And no one really knows why. But obviously that room has some really bad juju.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
Do you talk about any of the ghosts they've seen in that room?
I mean, no.
Okay. I mean, I just says,
Get in there.
okay. Well, many have seen a woman in white, as well as shadows and whispers in room 502, and several have reported hearing the words "get out" while investigating room 502.
Which may be why that woman jumped off.
Yeah, and allegedly people have seen, like, at the entrance to the building, a woman running away, screaming, and her hands and legs are covered in blood, and she's bound by chains. Mm-hmm. So multiple people.
I do have that one. The elderly woman who wanders through the hospital moaning and bleeding from her chained hands and feet.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is, and it says she cries for help, but then runs away if you approach her.
Yes.
That's so sad, right?
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Go ahead.
So I'll just go through mine, and if you have more, you can hop
That'll
in
work.
too. So when the Louisville Ghost Hunter Society visited, so they just went in to do an overnight ghost hunt. They went into the kitchen and found it was in shambles, and about 10 leave the room. What? about 10, leave the room. Then they heard footsteps.
About to leave the room.
Oh, about to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm like, what?
Like, why are you crossing your ones?
So dumb. So they were about to leave the room when they suddenly heard a bunch of footsteps, a door slam shut, and then they suddenly just smelled freshly baked bread, which is so pleasant.
That's not really scary.
No, it's very pleasant. Except that you're just like, do, bread.
Yeah, I mean, you had me at bread.
It's the bread company.
Do you have some jam to go on this?
Is this cinnamon toast? Thank you.
Delicious.
It is lovely. Okay. Timmy.
I know, poor Timmy. I have a picture of Timmy on my phone.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah. So he was around 6 or 7 when he died. Visitors often bring balls to the hospital, and then they will see them moving on their own. So there's a couple episodes like Ghost Hunters where that happens. And so you can see them playing ball with Timmy, which is really creepy and sad. And
so if you ever go to Waverly Hills, take your balls.
Take your balls.
And Timmy will play with them.
God, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. The Creeper. So the Creeper is a dark, terrifying entity that crawls along the floors and walls inside Waverly Hills. Many believe it's demonic. You think? What are you looking at over there?
I thought something was flashing. What is happening under there?
I don't know. We're getting creeped out. This is the first time I've actually felt kind of creeped out in here. Well, because you just think it's crawling along.
Yeah.
Like crawling up the wall. That's disgusting.
Creep.
Yeah.
Creeping on the down low. Sorry.
Creeping on
or
the
we could go
walls.
with, I'm a creep.
What do you do with your hands?
I'm playing
Strumming?
air guitar. Acoustic air guitar.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, God.
I don't know that song at all. Is it...
You don't know
Stevie?
Radiohead? Chris, she doesn't know Radiohead. I repeat, Chris, she doesn't know Radiohead.
I don't know Radiohead. Sorry. Okay. I thought I was trying to think of a funny song.
I don't know why I'm screaming into Chris's microphone.
He's like, that is worth so much dollars. I don't know. So much dollars.
Oh my God, move on.
Let's end this.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
So back to the Creeper.
Oh, God.
Many believe it's demonic. It fills people with dread when they encounter it, obviously. What are you taking a picture?
I was like in a Snapchat.
Oh, good for you. Who you? Me? You Snapchat other people?
Yeah.
Who?
None of your business. God.
Who? Tell me. Keaton?
No.
I need some more friends.
Jason.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I have other friends, people.
Not many.
My circle is
I don't accept that.
pathetically small.
I don't accept that. We're done here. Okay, so tour guides have reported seeing doppelgangers of themselves and others inside Waverly Hills. Some have black holes where their eyes should be. So it's a doppelganger / black-eyed person. Creepy.
Yikes.
And then my last note. This is dumb. I feel like I stopped working on this, but wasn't actually done. I'm sorry. You all deserve better.
Listen, I can pick up where she leaves off if I need to.
Tom Halstead of Missouri Paranormal Research took a photo of what looks like a woman peeking around a corner. The end. God. You all,
For real, that was the end?
Yeah, for real, that's the end. What else do you have?
I don't know. Did you talk about Mary on the 3rd floor at all?
I really struggled to get a lot of stuff, so you've obviously found some things I didn't. Go on.
It says there's a little girl called Mary. She's been spotted several times, and apparently she also likes to play with the ball. So visitors will often do that with her. But one visitor that saw her described her as having no eyes, just empty black sockets.
No.
And others verify that they've seen her looking out of the 3rd floor window.
Yeah.
So poor little Mary.
It's sad. She's one of those poor kids who either had TB or
was
her mom did.
orphaned by the TB.
That's sad. Think about how many children were left orphaned.
I know. That's so sad.
I don't like to think about that.
No. And does TB still exist in some 3rd world countries?
When we have to get TB tests, I'm gonna Google.
Yeah. So we are so prepared.
Does TB still exist? Oh, here we go. I'm sure it does. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
I don't know.
We have no information for you. Okay,
TB is the leading killer in individuals who have HIV.
Oh,
Interesting.
that is interesting.
I mean, in a sad, disturbing way. Okay, well, that was something.
This was a wild ride.
It was uncomfortable.
Sorry.
It was embarrassing.
We haven't recorded in almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, we make excuses every week.
I know we do, but this week that's what it is. Next week, who knows what?
Who knows? Who even knows? So, we love you all. Thank you for listening. I'm Jessica Woods. Hello. I work with her, sort of. I mean, I used to work more closely with her. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hi. I am working on getting the podcast on Spotify. There's some logistical things behind the scenes that are obnoxiously annoying, but I'm trying to figure it out because, yes, I do want the podcast on Spotify. So I'm trying to figure it out. So that's coming. Please rate, review, and subscribe. We really, really, really appreciate it and really would love some more. We need
to fill the love.
We do. And, we're not going to be able to do this as our full-time jobs until we have some more followers. So please send us to your friends. What am I even saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Send us an email too. We haven't gotten any in a while, but we want to hear your stories on the haunt at gmail.com.
Yes.
We love you.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Did you say that?
No.
Okay.
So thank
and
you.
on the haunt.
Yep.
That's all we
got. I hope you're having a great week.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Yeah. Sunday. But you're probably listening to this on Monday. Anyway, I'm gonna turn
whatever.
this off.
Martin Luther King.
MLK, we love you. He had a dream.
Goodbye.